Welcome back to another 11 Rips. I'm 11. Let's light up and get it toasty right off the top. So check this out, right? I had a really good revelation today. And I said, I don't work for you anymore. I don't work for one-sidedness. I'm not out here as an ambassador of relaying any message, but to what my conscious expression has purposely chosen to focus on, not what's been programmed into my viewpoint from these channels that I've been relying on, like different forms of media. I don't work for you anymore, you know? And the next thought after that is, then what are you out here saying? What are you out here being about? And it's the most freeing thing in the world to just be like, I don't know and I don't need to know. I'm being, because you're assigned a label. You didn't create the label. You're assigned a label, and I've had many experiences in my life where I've seen the benefit of one-sidedness only being capitalized on by those at the very, very tip top of a situation. It's always both. It's just always both. It's always both. The person, the individual, you're the creator. There is a field of infinite energy constantly responding to you. So you are a receiver and an experiencer of these senses. Explain the taste of chocolate to a spirit form. Cannot. Right? So you are also sending sine waves from your creator, from your being. If we all decide to send a message into this field that is taking notes from us with an intention that we created, that we weren't just relaying. We think we have original ideas. We don't. We share sentiments, but there's only so many ways to say things in language. And once you're assigned something, you are bound to looking at it one way, it seems. But if you don't accept that,
you're watching an 11 Rips right now, and I'm in the bath.
Doing it, I'm exploring it and sharing it, and that's really fun. But while we're here, let's just visit the obvious elephant in the room. Is the situation with with humans feeling very right wing or left wing about certain restrictions and mandates and stuff. And I just gotta say, that left wing, right wing thing is, as much as I use the language myself, it's only gonna poison us further. We gotta remember we are all human, and some of your values land on this label, and some of your values land on this label, and that's okay. And it's good to be a dynamic individual. Hi, Ralph. I'm a flexitarian. Sometimes I feel like eating vegetarian, so I order that. And then people will give you that label like, you're a vegetarian? How long? Why don't you just hit me with all your vegan rants? I'm like, no, I just want the vegetarian dish tonight. It's all good. Eat it all. I don't eat that much meat, but when I do, I enjoy it. It's great. I listen to my body. So getting over this whole border system, I was listening to some stuff from the future. I'll explain another time about the content I digest, but there's someone who's seeing glimpses of a timeline manifested future, and they're talking about a floating city and a central computer built of crystalline, which locks into our crystalline grid that is overlaying the earth. Once we all share a conscious awareness, which is probably in several hundred years, we will inevitably all feel that crystalline grid lock in and conjoin. And ever since 2012, it's been happening. And we're going through right now the World War III that has been prophesized to be brief but important. And I hope that this really gives us the fuel to propel us forward to make these realizations that we're consciousness, we're the creator, you know? What you see out there isn't real. What you create and the perception inside you is real. And you send it and it manifests. And there's like a trillion ways to say this, but such a tiny, specific way for a human to be able to hear it. So here's what I do know about folks who have handled the situation of our recent events very compliantly. They've had to buy in because what has been stripped of them and their privilege means a shattering reality for them. One friend was told that she couldn't have her family in the room when she gave birth. That could be very hard for your heart. And if that's what it means for you, then it better mean something fucking intense for the rest of people. And one friend of mine, his business has just fucking bled him dry for a year, you know? And I see a business owner trying to just follow enough rules to keep as many patrons as possible and not, you know, look irresponsible. But can I actively conjoin with how these people are proceeding? No, because it doesn't agree with my personal philosophy that is constantly maneuvering in its conscious self, but where you place your talent, energy, focus, and involvement, you know, that's your currency, and you get to choose. And you don't have to be personally offended. You don't have to be against those people. You can find a way to still support them. But you don't have to change how you would do something just to fit into an idea. You know, we're going through this with body positivity. You know, you don't have to be a stick figure to be hot. We're learning this, you know? We knew this. We've always known this. Like what? Fat people never had sex? What the fuck do you mean? We've always known this. But I know that's so harsh to say. It's intense. But like, we are going to realize that it's a polarity game. It's just blue and red. It's a different shade. It's literally like those two ideas. It's yellow and green. It's like, just, aren't you glad that there's both? Like when you look at a painting, aren't you like, sick? Those colors like really pop. Like why does like pink and black work well? Pink and yellow. Shout out Ghost Traps though, for real. I had a couple great discussions today, and I went out there today, and it was beautiful. And people, it's just great. We're a little bit in our heads, but we're getting back to our hearts, and it feels inspiring. I just wanted to own my power again into where I place my attention, and I wanted to say that I don't work for you anymore. I don't work for theories that I feel may be true because they confirm what I already suspected. You know, it's not my job to inform what people should or shouldn't know on their journey. And I hope that we all share sentiments of that nature together. And the more you try and control and enforce, you're not affecting those folks in an authentic way. Even if you're trying to force some sort of self-awareness, like you're coming at it like this as opposed to like this, you know? And once we realized that the labels were just a ploy to utilize our attention as a mechanism, it has a function to it. And a lot of it is displacement of attention, to be honest. But It could just be considered another theory, right? You know, this is nature. We are nature. The ebb and flow, the pendulum swings. It's kind of beautiful. As long as it's coming from an authentic place, I feel it's beautiful. Because once you're just relaying a message that feels like it would win you an argument at the water cooler or something, you're perpetuating a real problem. Yeah.
But you know what's not a problem? Letting love lead and wearing your chain in the bath, especially if it looks cool. But if you haven't found love all the time to lead, then you can definitely follow the podcast every week on Friday at 7 p.m. EST. We have a fresh episode coming for you. Thanks for enjoying another 11 Rips. Oh yeah, please subscribe. Thank you.